Good evening, KU, and welcome back. I'm Margie Benjamin.
And I'm David Dickey.
We have a great show ahead of us this evening, but first things first, let's talk about how exciting of a game we had last night. The Kansas City Royals erased a 4-run lead against the Oakland Athletics in the wild card game and tied it up in the bottom of the 9th. The home team then overcame a 1-run deficit in extra innings, scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 12th to win baseball's first wild card game 9-8.
Yes, not only is it a good week for the Royals fans, it's also been an exciting week for the Chiefs fans. Going on to Sunday's Game 1 and 2, the Chiefs certainly put on a good show for Kansas City, getting a victory over the New England Patriots with a final score of 41-14. The Chiefs will play the San Francisco 49ers next week. Kickoff is at 3:25 p.m.
Still to come on Good Evening KU, Cody Case from the International Expo Fair will join us to discuss international opportunities for KU students. Stay with us.
On the International Expo Fair today that took place on the main floor of the Union. With us now is Cody Case and tell us about all the opportunities for KU students. So Cody, what exactly is the event for, and explain what it is?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me. So today we had the first ever KU International Expo Fair, and that involved my program in the Office of International Programs. It's called the Global Awareness Program, as well as all 5 area study centers, the Office of Study Abroad, Peace Corps, and Center for Global Business. So you know, we all have a focus on international issues and opportunities for KU students during their career at KU, as well as after. And we thought it would be a good way to come together and invite students to come learn all about the events. So, and all the opportunities that we offer here. So it was really an educational and informational fair.
So is it an opportunity for people to do while they're still in school, or is it mainly for graduation?
Right, so a lot of the opportunities are focused during school, so while students are in their career here at KU, but there are several that can potentially take place after as well, such as the Peace Corps. You know, if you finish your degree and you're looking for something to do in another country, it's a great opportunity. But most of the area study centers, study abroad, my certificate program, and Center for Global Business actually the UCC was also focused on what you can do afterwards. So the UCC, of course, is the Career Center. So if you have an international interest, they can help you shape that interest, regardless of the field that you're in. Okay.
And so what's your role in this, and exactly what do you do, and
sure.
What
So working in the Office of International Programs, I communicate with a lot of the different centers that I just discussed. So my role in this was to help organize it, basically, and to work especially with our communications director in international programs, as well as Melody Stratton, the outreach coordinator in Office of Study Abroad. And we came together to communicate with all the centers and organize the event today.
So if students wanted to get involved in this, what is the best way for them to go about that, and what should they do?
Great, and you know, I want to stress, first of all, that regardless of your major or whatever you are pursuing here at KU, adding an international element can really highlight your candidature and make you stand out. So especially in today's society, which is increasingly globalized, regardless of the field you're in, having that international experience can really benefit you in many ways. So to learn more about these things, you can just Google them. If you're interested in a certain area of the world, we have 5 area study centers that cover the entire world, including the East Asian Studies Center, Center for Russian and Eastern European, Kansas African Studies, Latin American and Caribbean, and Center for Global and International Studies. So if you just Google those, Google Study Abroad, you'll find it, really quickly without any problems. And if you're interested in the Global Awareness Program, which I run, you can come to the Office of International Programs. I'm in room 300 Strong Hall, or you can just look up gap.ku.edu.
All right, well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have, so thank you very much for joining us today, Cody.
Thanks for having me.
KU fraternity Kappa Sigma is now on interim suspicion after a reported sexual assault this past weekend. Chancellor Bernadette Gray Little responded today with a statement approving the fraternity's suspension and stated that as a community, KU will not tolerate the type of behavior that has been reported. The university urges anyone with information about the case to contact the Lawrence Police Department or the Office of International Opportunity and Access.
This just in. Female student hit by a car at the intersection of Sunnyside and Naismith. These are all the details that we have so far. Green Hall was the first location of many to hold this week's campus-wide blood drive put together by the Community Blood Center and the American Red Cross. Students and faculty are encouraged to stop by and donate. Statistics show someone in our country is in need of blood every 2 seconds, and surprisingly, 20% of all blood donations come from college students. KU students say that they were more than willing to participate in this year's blood drive.
As a law student, I came here to, help out the community and society as a whole, and I thought this was going to be would be a great opportunity to help out, and it was.
This year's blood drive is hoping to exceed their blood donor goal of 900 units.
The contagious disease Ebola has reached the U.S. for the first time after a patient recently arrived in the U.S. from Africa. The patient had no symptoms when arriving in Texas on September 20th and therefore had no risk of transmitting the disease until it was diagnosed and confirmed on Tuesday. CDC and Texas health officials are monitoring anyone who may have come into contact with the patient. Sources say the patient remains critically ill at the Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital of Dallas.
A major security breach was first reported by the White House on Tuesday afternoon. An armed security contractor with 3 criminal convictions rode the elevator with President Obama on September 16th in Atlanta. Secret Service agents grew suspicious when the contractor took videos of the president with his phone. The agents were unaware that he was carrying a gun until the supervisor fired the contractor and he returned the weapon.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have Megan with your weather update.
We're back with the weather. Megan's outside on the rooftop of the Union. What's it looking like out there, Megan?
Well, right now it's about 80 degrees. We do have some ominous clouds in the sky, but the sun's just peeked out. So hopefully the rain will stay out of our way tonight.
Awesome. What about for tomorrow's hours?
Tomorrow you might want to bring your umbrella because there is a 90% chance of rain with a high of 75. So be careful with the rain tomorrow.
All right, I'll be sure to be careful. What about for this weekend? What's it looking like?
Saturday's forecast is going to be a little cold at 62, but sunny. And by Sunday, it should warm up to about 73.
All right, well, hopefully we stay dry this weekend. Thank you so much, Megan. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 10 for Good Morning KU. Have a good night.